So hi again. In this video we are going to discuss the problem find the safest part in a grid. So we are given n cross n grid where if grid of r comma c equal to 1, then in that particular cell a thief is residing, otherwise it is an empty cell. So we have to find a safest path in which the distance from the thief to that path if as maximum as possible. Now what is the distance between thief and a path? If let us suppose this is a thief and this is our path we have chosen, then the distance between thief and the path will be the minimum distance between any of the cell in the path and the thief. In this case the minimum distance is 2, so we have to maximize the safest path. I hope that you have read the question and you get the clarity what we have to find. So moving on to the solution. Now let us suppose this is our n cross n grid where the black dots denote the thief cells where thieves are residing. Now we have to choose a path such that the safest distance, or what is it's asking, the maximum safest factor is as maximum as possible. So if we claim that our answer is 2, in this case means we are saying that uh, we can have a maximum safest factor as 2, then we can't choose those cells which are having distance less than 2, because if we choose a cell which is having a distance less than equal to 2, then the safest factor will be equal to 1, because we have to find all the cells, all the distance of the Manhattan distance should be greater than or equal to 2. Let us take this particular example. Now these are black dots are the points where thieves are residing, and we have grown the particular graph by BFS taking one distance ahead. The red dots are the points where the path can't be, because we are claiming that our answer is 2, so we can't move move to those cells which are having distance equal to 1. Let us suppose we are choosing this particular path, then we know that from this distance to the path is always gonna less than or equal to 2. It is always greater than equal to 2, because we have already marked those cells which are having distance less than or equal to 2. So what we can do, if we have to find if there is a path existing in this grid where the distance between every thief and the path is greater than or equal to x or not, then we can try BFS on the cells where thieves are residing, and then grow that particular BFS n number of times. Suppose we are claiming our answer to be x, then we can run a BFS x minus 1 times, such that now those cells which are visited in the BFS, so we can't visit them again in our path. So after running BFS we know what are the cells which we can't visit for finding a path from starting cell to the ending cells. So after making those cells as visited and running a DFS from the starting point to the ending point, if now in this particular grid we have already marked those cells which can't be visited for finding an answer 2. So we know that there is a path after calling the DFS from starting point to ending point, then this we can have an answer for 2. Let us suppose we again grow this and we have to find for answer. We can have a Manhattan distance of 3 or not. So for finding this we have to again grow this by 1. Then we have to we have marked all the cells which we can't visit it, because these cells have a Manhattan distance less than 3, right? So we can't visit those cells. We want that the Manhattan distance should be greater than or equal to 3. So now we know that these empty cells are our, means we can visit those empty cells only, and we have to find a path from starting index to the ending index. So we run a DFS where we can visit only the empty cells, and we will find a way here. So again we know that 3 can be our Manhattan distance. Now again we will find whether a Manhattan distance of 4 is possible or not. So if Manhattan distance of 4 is possible only if we shouldn't visit those cells which has a Manhattan distance from the thieves less than or equal to 3. Now in this case we know that this cell can't be visited because it has a Manhattan distance less than 4, that is 3. So if we choose this particular point, then our Manhattan distance is gonna 3, and we can't have safeness factor as 4, right? So this was the approach of this problem. Now if we gonna run this code sequentially, means if we gonna check for 2 then 3 then 4, then it will go to DLE. So what optimally we can do, we can apply binary search here. So if we know that if for 3 it is possible, then it is always gonna possible to make a safeness factor of 2, then we can run a binary search as if particular mid, if we can make a safeness factor of mid, then we will increment our L to mid plus 1. Otherwise if it is not possible, we can decrement our H to mid minus 1. This is only condition for the binary search. So I will show you the code how I have implemented. This is the DFS call which we will run for finding if a path is existing for this particular cell or not. See, if the given grid, the first and the last grid, if a thief is residing, then we can't have a, because in this particular case the first and the last cell we only have to visit, there is no other option. So Manhattan distance is, or safeness factor is gonna be 0 only. Otherwise we will run a binary search, the answer is only gonna to be less than or equal to n minus 1. So why answer is only gonna less than equal to n minus 1? Because the maximum distance between the starting cell and any cell is n minus 1 here. See, now what we can do, we make a queue here and make a visited array. And firstly we know that we will push those indices where thieves are residing, right? So I am doing only this and marking this as visited. After marking this are visited, so we have to make the the BFS rounds only equal to mid. Okay, so this is not required. So we are making rounds equal to mid only, because if we suppose in this particular question, or for if we want to find whether for 3 it is possible or not, we will, if we are making this particular BFS calls for 2 rounds, then 3 is possible. Similarly, if we are making the call for mid number of rounds, then we are pushing all the elements in the BFS, and after passing the visited vector for the DFS, if it is possible, then the answer is gonna could be mid plus 1, otherwise it will be the maximum answer we have to find. So this was the solution of this problem. It is an accepted code. So thank you for watching this video.